I'm going to talk a little bit about what this project is and what you should be thinking about. The idea is to take a photograph and trace it using the pen tool and in some areas the pencil tool. So what you're seeing here is an Illustrator drawing. It looks like a photograph, but if we zoom in, you can see the Illustrator type of layers and objects. It as if you had cut out construction paper and glued everything on top of each other. So if you do this properly, so here's an Illustrator drawing, and then let's turn on the photograph, because if you do it properly, in many cases, it will look even more photographic than the photograph. Now, if we zoom in, we can still see the Illustrator shapes and paths. This is as if you had cut this out of construction paper and glued all of these elements on top of each other. And look how that looks like a photograph. Here's a project that has a good start, but it just needs more detail. Let's look at the photograph. And you can see how much detail is in the windshield, how much more detail is in the pilot, and even, these areas that have a lot more shading. So here's the drawing. It's very, very good, but it just needs more of the same work. So here's another project. And all this is really is taking one element at a time, tracing that element, and layering all of those objects on top of each other. Right, here's a very good project. And you can see, even in this translucent piece, it looks really wonderful. But compare that to this one that has a lot more detail. Now, if we look at this section right here, look how wonderful this is. And let's go back and compare it. And you can see this one, the shapes are accurate, but there just needs to be more shapes built up on top of each other. Another element that is really nice is a simple background. So you can see here that this very simple city silhouette really helps the Lego model come to life. Now, these can be very daunting, like I said earlier, but let's look at this one that looks very photographic. But if we zoom in, you can see that you do have a lot of freedom when you're tracing these elements, because once you zoom out, it looks wonderful. Here's a student project, and this Lego Jeep is really nice. But when the course was over, she went back and she actually finished the whole scene. So let's look at her photograph. And so this is a photograph she took. And if we zoom in, you can see how she traced all of the landscape with the pen and the pencil as well.